Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Fluxx again, bringing you set 2 between Hivemind2 and MBS. And this is set 2, as I said already, between Zoo, yes, Zoo, and I'm going to call him Zoo this entire match, and Sharpiez from MBS. And I'm going to continue the replay now. So yes, this is Zoo on the 7 o'clock position in the yellow Zerg, and this is Sharpiez on the 1 o'clock position as the blue Terran. And guys, I have to apologize for the last match. What I did actually was this was the first time I ever commentated on a replay. So what I did was I started my my commentation program. I started the replay, and I wasn't happily commentating, etc. And then in the end, I forgot to actually wrap the replay. Yes, so, and this is a very early scout, I must say, by the way, from Sharpiez. So I had to redo the replay again with my own commentary, and I had to listen to what I said, and then I had to react by using the replay. And right now I hopefully did not forget to do this, so okay. This, by the way, this match is played on the map R-Point, and most of you probably don't know this map. This is a very peculiar map, I must say. It's very Terran favored, Terran versus Zerg favored. It's 65.1% for Terran. And the reason for this is there you got this natural expo basically immediately at your base, but right here, this is basically your own domain. You only got 2 open points which you have to defend, and you already got 5 expansions if I'm not mistaken. And okay, so Sharpiez first scout in the wrong position, I'm finally getting the scout out, and I think Zoo actually opts for a 12 hatch build. Yeah, this is most certainly is going to be a 12 hatch build together with the drone scout, I think, to check if to check where Sharpiez is. So Zoo indeed goes for this 12 hatch build. Another thing, by the way, is that Sharpiez right now, I tried to search him on iCup, he doesn't have any kind of stats for this season at least. So right now, so this map is Terran favored against Zerg. However, Zoo has a little bit better stats on iCup. Zoo actually being a C- player, and Sharpiez actually having no stats. So no offense, Sharpiez, if you actually listen to this commentary, I couldn't get a hold of you, and I do not know if you actually you know what your stats actually is. So sorry guys, I had to close my ventrilo for a second there. So okay, so we'll have to see what Sharpiez is actually going to do. Sharpiez apparently does go for this Manic Marine build. He might actually opt for since he got 3 SUVs in gas, he might opt for a factory Mac build, which we lately see pro gamers do a lot, way more often than it used to be. And in my opinion, I think this map is very suited for Mac build because you only got these 2 entrances to your map. This being one of the entrances, and this being the other entrance to your base. And from there on, you have a lot of expansion. So I think actually, if you defend it well, and Zoo actually going for the third hatchery, if you defend this well, Mac build might be very viable on this map. And indeed, so Sharpiez is indeed putting down his factory right now. Finally, Zoo putting down his extractor. Sorry guys, and we'll have to see if Zoo actually figures out that Sharpiez is going for this type of Mac build, and if he actually has trained well against these types of build. As I stated before, you see a lot of pro gamers do this build. It is very hard to pull off though, because your vulture micro has to be absolutely perfect when you go for a Mac build, because if your vulture micro is not good, then you will get eaten by Zerglings. But so Zoo absolutely be in the dark right now, and he puts down his sunken colony, which is good in both cases, because indeed Sharpiez is building his full reverse vulture, and the sunken. Oh no, he actually has already. Of course, he has his source also out already, because the sunken colony will defend his natural expo against the against the Vulture, and indeed he blocked his ram. So Zoo being prepared for this, and Sharpiez won't do much damage. And actually the Vulture goes down, so a little bit sloppy of Sharpiez and killing the scouting circling. But I'm sorry guys. Zoo right now knows what kind of build Sharpiez indeed is opting for, and he's stacking to layer as we speak. So we have to see what Zoo wants to do. He's getting his second extractor, which probably will indicate that he's going for some type of 3-hatch Mutalisk build, and not some kind of 5-hatch arm build, which also can be very good against the Zerg, especially with those easy to get expansions. And right now, what Sharpiez just wants to do. Oh, actually, he has built a starport. Sorry, guys, I totally missed it. He actually has built two starports, and I'm afraid that Zoo absolutely is not prepared for this, and he's putting down a Spire down right now, but the first Wraith already is out, and actually Vulture's coming down to the natural expo of Zoo. Very nicely played by Sharpiez, just getting those 2 Vultures out in the natural expo, getting a couple of drones, not too much. Both the Vultures are taken down. Well, the raid right now is coming inside of the base, and Zoo has absolutely no air defenses until the Spire gets out, and that's a long way from getting before it gets out. And Zoo right now knows that the raid is out, but he basically has absolutely no way to get any anti-air without putting down on Hydrolistan, which will also be very late, or putting down some kind of Evo chamber, and he just has to wait for the Spire to get out. And this is actually very nicely played by Sharpiez. We saw another game. I'm sorry guys again. We saw another game of Light against Jadon, where Light went for this raid build and absolutely destroyed Jadon, and Sharpiez very nicely putting down his bunker, so those marauding Zerglings absolutely cannot get into the space. And this is, I think, this is already his 3rd Overlord, and this is, I have to see, the raid already has 3 kills, and the other raid, where is it, has 2 kills already. So I think he's killed already 3 Overlords, 4th Overlord, and he can kill as much drones as he wants to right now. These are Mutalisk acts and not Scourge acts, and I have to see if he built any kind of Scourge. So he didn't build any kind of Scourge, and Sharpiez actually already has a control tower. I don't know if he already has cloak research. I didn't check for it. And yes, he actually already has cloak research. And again, very nicely played by Sharpiez, killing all the Overlords just in time, and the cloak is up, so that Mutalisk absolutely can do nothing. And here an Overlord finally comes out for Zoo, but Zoo has to get his Mutalisk to his Overlord before the Overlord goes down. And can Sharpiez actually kill the Overlord on time? And Sharpiez actually opts to pull out, but he has done so much economic damage already. And Zoo pulling out his drones from his main to his natural expansion, he has to pull them back again. But still, Sharpiez of course still hasn't gotten his own expansion yet. So if Zoo doesn't get any more, I'm not gonna risk. But again, the raid's going in again, killing a couple of drones already. And this raid has 6 kills. This raid has 5 kills. This raid also has 5 kills already. 16 kills on only 3 raids, and that's really nicely played, because it was basically they are only Overlords and drones. So that's an enormous amount of economic harassment from Sharpiez on Zoo's side. And so indeed, Zoo has put down his a spore colony at his natural expansion, and also at his main, and he should be ready now to defend any type of raid attacks. And he's going in right now with his Mutalisk to get any kind of economic harassment himself. But there are only 5 Mutalisks right now, actually killing the SUV that's building the command center and going into the main base of Sharpiez. And he might actually get a lot of SUVs right now in the process. A couple of Marines right now heading out towards the Mutalisk, and Zoo has to pull out his Mutalisk, but he's still killing a lot of SUVs in the process. Actually, very nice Mutalisk control from Zoo, I must say. Killing so much SUVs, so much SUVs going down from Sharpiez. So Sharpiez almost